What do you guys make of this Mountain West TV deal? Because I think there's no question it was shocking to those in the Pac-12. In talking to a lot of people in the industry yesterday, Marcus, to his credit, our guy Marcus, who watches the show daily and we chat all the time. His name's not Marcus, by the way. But Marcus, who is a television executive, was nails about what this would be. And he pretty much got this deal exactly right. And you start looking at what the exacts on this are. I think obviously the biggest thing here is that you're getting a robust streaming package with Kiswe, which is really important. If you don't know what Kiswe is, that's the Jazz, that's the Pelicans. I mean, it is the preeminent streaming platform for live sports. And they have multiple NBA franchises. Like, they have a lot of properties. But it's CBS, and I think the biggest deal here is, yes, it's CBS. Yes, it's CBS Sports Network, but it's Fox Sports. And that is the single biggest difference, that this deal is significantly better than the Pac-12's TV deal. And I think it's hard to even argue that. The fact that you have CBS in their properties, Fox Sports, and the CW, and Kiswe. This is all of your bases covered. This is your content in every sports available on everybody's mobile device. Jake, I don't know how you call this anything but an unequivocal win for the Mountain West.
Yeah, well, I just think it is a win. There's no question about it, and I think that it's just a more well thought out deal. I think that the Mountain West took their time. You know, they took their time. They went through their process. They worked with their partners. They did what you would always, recommend that you do, right? You don't want to be in a hurry when you put a media rights deal together, or in this case, an extension together. You always want to talk about how you can improve it, how you can get more reach without it costing you, more money in your fee each year. And I think that they've kind of found that middle ground a little bit. I do think the streaming component is big. I don't want people to take this TV deal and say all of a sudden they're going to be doing insane viewership or something, because it still comes down to the brands you have and you're still playing it at a certain level. But there's no question that this is a win. There's no question that you're on phones, you're on multiple platforms. You're not only with CBS and CW, you do have the Fox component. Like, I just think look, I know that a lot of people say that we hate the Pac-12, or that we're anti Pac-12 or pro Mountain West, but I just always like to point this out. I'm never put in a position by the Mountain West where I'm like, yeah, that was a dumb decision, or yeah, that didn't make a lot of sense, or what are we doing here? They never put me in that position, and it's a credit to Gloria and her team and the presidents in the Mountain West and the athletic directors in the Mountain West for getting together and saying, hey, these are the needs. This is what we'd like to improve upon. This is where we need to go and what we need to get done and what we feel is best for the conference. So I just think I really did feel like they did a really good job getting through Q4 and in absorbing and enduring the heat they were getting for not having the deal done then. Because there was some pressure from Pac-12 pundits and people who were very much trying to get after them in defense of the Pac-12, and they didn't really let that bother them either. So it's an unequivocal win, and I think that this kind of allows you to build momentum into spring ball, and hopefully you can have, some of these brands in your conference have a really good year. Hopefully you get one or two that can, compete for something more than just a conference championship. That would be great.
I think the hardest part now is for the Pac-12. The sources that we've had that have told us that there is considerable frustration being voiced over this deal. And it is coming from the members who left the Mountain West. And what is Memphis doing looking at these two deals? What is any of these targets what do you say if you are UNLV? Because I could tell you I've spoken to sources at UNLV yesterday. They're elated with it. And one of the best points that I've heard was, well, being with Kiswe means that we have the ability to add revenue to this deal at any moment. Because neither the Pac-12 nor the Mountain West are on ESPN's platforms. But that doesn't mean they won't be. That doesn't mean that, like you think about Amazon Prime Video, you think about the Paramounts of the world, which is a CBS streaming platform.
Right.
It's endless opportunity. And to me, that's what really matters, is that you have not limited yourself. The Pac-12 is capped with their reach now. The Mountain West is not. You got not only CBS and CBS Sports Network, you got Fox, and you got the CW. So the Pac-12 can't even sell that its elite content is exclusive on the CW. You can't even sell that. And I think if you are UNLV, you now are codified in the belief that you made the right decision staying in the Mountain West. If you are the newest members of the Pac-12, I think you have real questions about what you did here. And the frustration that you are hearing and the concern that you are hearing from leadership in the Pac-12, because it's there. There are rumblings underneath about how did we get beat? You got beat because you were desperate. You acted in desperation. And one of Marcus's best points is it feels like the Pac-12 showed up with the hat in hand, asking for help, asking for a handout.
Transformational partners.
The Mountain West showed up not out of surprise or, hey, look who's in the waiting room. They have long-standing relationships that now continue across this deal. And now you're adding new relationships with the CW, new relationships with Kiswe. You are saying that you are all in on streaming. And I read the comment section. Everybody talking about, boy, what if the Pac-12 had taken the Apple TV deal? Now, we have no idea what the financial return would have been because it was largely stipulated. The money the Pac-12 would have made on the Apple TV deal back in the day was largely stipulated on viewership and subscription increases. But now your main competitor in the Mountain West is kicking your ass in streaming. How do you spin that? If you are sitting in front of a brand partner that is being pitched by the Mountain West and the Pac-12 both, you can't sit in front of them and say you have better brands, because you don't. You can't sit in front of them and say you have more reach, because you don't. You can't sit in front of them and say we have a better media rights distribution deal. You don't. You're paying for production costs with the Pac-12 facilities, maintaining the trucks, paying the broadcasters. This is unequivocally a win for the Mountain West. It's not a discussion. It's not. This is a devastating development, in my opinion, for the Pac-12.
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough to look. I just think it's yet another piece of the pie, another piece of the conversation where it's like, yeah, the Pac-12 struck out or didn't do what they needed to do or got a lesser
bad business
value
from the Pac-12.
Yeah, I mean that to me is what it is. That's the overarching umbrella point here is that, you know, the Pac-12, again, to take it back to the beginning, promised Boise State something that, in my opinion, was never going to happen and now has definitively not happened. And, you know, again, if this Mountain West extension new deal, you know, is somewhere around $4 million, you know, per member, right? You're in that kind of ballpark. I just don't know where. Again, I don't know where the Pac-12 got off thinking they were getting 15. Like, I mean, it's like, hell, I mean, it's like what we were just talking about with your car, right? I mean, it would be like you saying, well, yeah, I bought my car for $5 and, less than a year later, I think it's worth like $800. Like, no, it's like, that's just you saying something because you want it to be true rather than it being true. And
Correct.
that's what I've always struggled with is that. And this goes all the way back to, listen, if you go on our YouTube channel and you go back to like 23 or 22, we had conversations about when UCLA was looking at the Big Ten, about how UCLA and USC, were viewed as these two schools that maybe had some arrogance about them, maybe had some uppityness about them because they were LA schools and there was all that prestige. And,
Yes.
And it turns out that those brands were actually valued highly. And I think that the Pac-12 is what they're trying to do right now. And I'm curious if they're going to continue to do it after this, because this, again, is just another nail in the coffin. But are you going to continue to overinflate your value with everything, like with your schools, with your conference, with your TV deal, with the price of cable that feeds your truck? Like, I mean, it's literally everything. So I don't know at what point do you realize, hey, the market is telling us that we need to adjust our attitude and mentality, and we're just, we just haven't done that yet. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know how you positively spin this. That's the thing that I struggle with. And I love that John Canzano yesterday is tweeting as expected. The Mountain West TV deal. John Canzano said that the Mountain West was dead, if my memory serves me right, and that no TV deal was coming. And where's the TV deal? And oh, here's the TV deal, right? Like, it is the supporters of the Pac-12 and the mouthpieces of the Pac-12, the back of the envelope calculation guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how you show up to work today.
Back to the envelope calculations.
I have no idea if you're John Canzano and you have been a disgusting shill for the Pac-12. How do you show up to work today? How do you spin this into, wow, the Pac-12's in great shape, man? Whew. It's not. It's not. And you hear the voices and you hear that there's considerable frustration. How could there not be? If you're even the fools at San Diego State, how are you happy with what's happened in the last 3 days? You just got your teeth kicked in by the Mountain West. How are you happy about this? I have no idea. And I guess my question is, where do you go from here? The league's not going to collapse. The Pac-12 is going to be what it is. You're just not going to thrive because you don't have the finances to thrive. Your debt, what's going out based on this media rights deal, what's going out has to be more than what's coming in. I don't understand how it's not.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen any other type of sponsorship deal or any type of anything that would suggest that the money is going up for them or that revenue is up,
or that there is a future that allows you to make more money.
Yeah, because I do think that's one of the points of this deal that really stands out is that the Mountain West positioned itself to say, okay, well, we want to maintain flexibility, through the life of this deal to be able to sell into this deal, to be able to bring in, different, whether that is ESPN or whoever. I'm assuming that one of the big pieces for the Mountain West, from an initiative standpoint, is sales through their TV deal, bringing in those bigger brands, arbitrary example, Fords and Toyotas and, Twisted Teas and just those big, the Monsters, like those bigger brands that have ad dollars that like those national buys that can easily afford to do, a $500,000 buy on 5 Mountain West games or something, Like those are the things that I think the conference is going to look to now to say, okay, look, like, we have that opportunity. We've basically this deal for us. Yes, the streaming component and like where you can see us, that's great as part of this deal. But the real money of the deal is the runway you've given yourself to go out and stack on top of that $3.5 to $4 million range that each school is getting. And that's what you and I have discussed this for, bro, it's got to be like 4 years now. Like it's going back to the pandemic times where we've been talking about at what point do athletic conferences in college, have, I call it sales teams, but whatever you want to call it, like teams of people who go out to the market and bring all those ad dollars in at a higher level. Like I'm not talking about signage on the stadium or the field. I'm talking about, hey, like I need to call the marketing person at this big ass brand and get them to spend on as many games this year on our broadcast.
But that's why the Kiswe deal is so huge for the Mountain West, because it's another revenue stream.
Yeah.
And I think obviously numbers have not been released, and I don't know that we'll ever know, but if you're at $6 million, which is what a lot of people think this deal's valued at per year per school, you're at worst even, but you're likely ahead of what the Pac-12 is netting off their media rights deal.
Yeah, I think we can definitively say they're like 4 to 6 million per school. They're in that range somewhere, and I would agree that most people think it's the top end of that range. Like 5.5 to 6 is probably where this came down, and that's really because of how many partners you have here too. Because I think, yes, everyone's talking about Fox, but it's not just big Fox. Like it needs to be made clear that it's it's Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports 2, Fox Go, Fox 1. So like there's a bunch of those branches in there that Fox clearly has interest in. So, I think that, again, if you've got UNLV as an example in your conference championship game at Allegiant, like that's great for the conference, and that's going to be going out on multiple platforms. And I know for a fact in our comments section the last few days, we've had people talking about SCG Plus. I was never a fan of its clunkiness early on, but I do think they've streamlined it a bit. And people use it and like it. So, hey, if it's usable and people like it, then I'm all for it, man. Like, allow people to watch these games from their phone. Do it. And that's what you've done.
And I just, again, say when CBS and Fox both renew their deals with the Mountain West, and everybody always says, oh, your glory is in your pocket. Okay, but where have I overshined, or just when you get renewals with CBS and Fox, it's because you have good relationships with them. And then when you add the broadcast partner of the Pac-12 to your deal, it's because you are good at building relationships. And then when you add Kiswe to your deal, it's because you understand. Do you guys understand how important streaming and digital content is? I'm hoping that you do at this point, because I think we've talked that into the ground. You've got to have it. The Pac-12 does not have it. They don't have it. And I continue to sit here and say, how do you even look at this? How do you look at these two deals side by side and think that you're telling me that USA Network is better than Fox? It's not.
Well, look, I think that it's to this point, it's a difference in mentality. Look at what the Pac-12 did with these graphics and what the strength that they're trying to push here. The strength they're trying to push is, look at all these games on all these different networks, CBS and CW, and those are our two, and then we've got some on USA. That's why you see 13 regular season football games on the CW and 50 regular season men's basketball games on USA. Like, they're trying to say, hey, look at us. Look at all the games that are on TV. That's what this graphic says right here. If you just wanted to dumb it down to first grade language, hey, look at us is what this is, right? But then you go over to, you go over to the Mountain West, and the Mountain West isn't telling you, hey, it's this many games on this network and X, Y, and Z. What they're telling you is, hey, this is all relationships, man. We've got CBS, we've got Fox, we've got Kiswe, like we've got all these different platforms, and we value those partnerships. and we're going to deliver, quote, unprecedented national linear visibility coupled with a creative and comprehensive digital presence.
Along with a broad array of Olympic sports.
Yeah. So again, I'm pointing this out to show you guys that when you ask us, well, how do you know this and how did you get to that conclusion? Well, it's right here in front of us. Look at the difference in stance and in attitude towards how they're announcing these deals and what value they're pushing. The Mountain West is pushing relationships, which is what makes the world go round. The Pac-12 is pushing, hey, we're the best. We've got all these games. We're awesome. Which again, I'm just going to keep saying it. You keep talking about yourselves. It's not getting you anywhere. Like, you need to talk about relationships and how great, your media partners are. And like, that's what you should be talking about.
And I'm curious if this now pushes them into settlement talks, because I think the merger stuff, I don't even know how you would, how do you
I think we're past
show
that.
up in merger? I think we're way past it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it is. I just think it is really difficult, man. Like, it is. This is a tough day to be a Pac-12 president, athletic director, coach, athlete.
Look,
this is a very difficult day for that.
I don't think that you said something earlier about, hey, the league's not going to fold, right? Like, they've got enough money to survive. But here's what I do think they are in danger of in terms of potentially not existing if that were to happen. It's not going to be done. Like, it's not going to be about like being able to pay your bills, right? They've got enough money to pay your bills, but that's not your biggest danger at this point, right? Your biggest danger is the unhappiness level with your members. Your biggest danger is Boise State and San Diego State being pissed.
Gonzaga basketball.
Gonzaga basketball. My God. Like, how upset is Gonzaga, right? Like, these bigger brands in your conference, bigger brands to you, being upset that you promised them a double-digit per year TV deal, because I do feel comfortable saying that at this point.
We've just heard from so many people that it was $15 million a year originally, and we just heard the grandiose, over-the-top stuff.
Well, look at what would they have needed to hear to make the move? Because again, there's risk in the move. So they would have needed to hear a number that was double digits. You're not going to go from $4 million a year, $3.5 million a year on auto deposit in the Mountain West to $7 million a year. You're not making the move for that little of a gain. You would be making the move for a double digit gain. Hey, we're going to double our money, triple our money type move. And
I agree.
And so to me, it's just like, dude, you're sitting here, you're sitting here in a conference that is not able to fulfill its obligation to you. And that would upset me. And that would make me say, you know what? Like, we're obviously obligated to the conference through 2030 or whatever it is now. And I got news for you. That's not 10 years away. That's 3 cycles away.
And Marcus makes a really good point. If you look at the Pac-12's TV deal, it's the same deal everybody always did. If you look at the Mountain West deal, it's a modern day media rights distribution deal. It's not a TV deal. It's a media rights distribution deal, which is a significantly different model and a big step forward. The revenue in the Pac-12 deal is what it is. We don't know the top end of the revenue in the Mountain West deal because of the KISSWE component, which allows them to shoot their content out to just about every platform they'd like. And I think that's a great point. I think we don't know. And obviously, we don't know what the language of that KISSWE deal is. We don't know. But again, I would point out to you, when you look at KISSWE, whether it is live events with music, right? Or if you look at the fact that they're in business with, obviously, with the Jazz, the Mammoth, New Orleans, Phoenix, the NBA, the WNBA, but they're also, you have to remember, Universal Music Group, Fandango, I think, is on their client list. Like, all of the music streaming essentially runs through Kiswi. That's where their roots are. Like you look at the things that they're doing, and it's really hard not to be excited about it. And when you look at their live sports stuff, all the Canelo fights are through Kiswi. So combat sports, absolutely. You look at the Pelicans, the Jazz, the Suns, and the Mercury, like they're not new. This isn't some fly-by-night thing. And I hope people understand that that's the biggest point there is the Pac-12 continues to do business the way the Pac-12's always done business.
Yeah.
And that is going to net you the same result you've always gotten. The Mountain West is showing you with this media rights deal. And I'll go back even further than this. The Mountain West is showing you through the way that they handled this expansion, the way that they handled the treasonous acts of these exiting members, these lawsuits, all through this, they've offered to settle, to arbitrate, to merge. The Mountain West has consistently said, let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. Let's be proactive. Let's talk about merging. No. Let's talk about merging. No. Like they've brought it up multiple times in the Pac-12. Every time has said, no. Let's go to arbitration. My opinion is the Pac-12 did not act in good faith in arbitration. Didn't act in good faith. Not acting in good faith trying to get out of these exit fees. Not acting in good faith, the Pac-12, with trying to get out of these poaching fees. And I just don't know at what point does the Pac-12 realize hiring Teresa Gould was a huge mistake because she's not a new voice. She's not a new mind. She's not a new perspective. Teresa Gould has been there to the point that Teresa Gould, and I hope people understand this, Teresa Gould and Gloria Navarez used to be coworkers at the Pac-12. Like, do you understand that that's how this whole thing has played out? That's how long Teresa Gould has been at the Pac-12. You needed fresh blood. You needed a new voice. You needed new leadership. This day of, hey, back of the envelope calculations on the Canzano-Wilner podcast is death to this conference.
Back of the envelope calculations.
You don't hear, do you see Gloria doing interviews all over the place? Do you see leaks from the Mountain West? You don't hear leaks from the Mountain West. You don't hear back of the envelope calculations from the Mountain West. They very quietly do their business. Very quiet. I was talking to an administrator yesterday who said, this is stunning. Called the media rights deal with Kiswi and the people are Kiswi's one thing. Adding the CW to this deal surprised a lot of people. You're the Pac-12 and your main distribution partner now works with your main competitor?
Yeah, because the Pac-12 is not an exclusive partner. The Pac-12 is not valued that way. The Pac-12 is a bro. The Pac-12 to the CW is just another outlet to get some sports to fill time. That's what it is. That's how they treat the Pac-12. That's how the Pac-12 looks in these business negotiations.
Oh, look at Marcus dropping down and slurping. I'll give you credit, Monty. I started listening to your show when Vest Guy,
Listen, dude, it's puffy, okay?
When Vest Guy and you started talking about how regional the CW was, and the fact that anything the Pac-12 does is going to be regional. Well, didn't that all come to fruition? It did. It did. Thanks. And I think you look at the Mountain West deal. Is the Mountain West deal regional? No. Because the Kiswi component, the CBS component, the Fox Sports component, is the Pac-12 deal regional? The majority of their content is on the CW. Yes, it's a regional deal.
Yeah, and by the way, they were happy to tell you the majority of their content was on the CW, weren't they? They were happy.
3 football games on CBS. The other point that I think is very good You've got to go figure out week to week to week where the Pac-12 is. And you got to go figure out how, because I can't tell you right now. I'm sure you could plug it into the search feature on YouTube TV. I have no idea how to pull up USA Network. I cannot tell you how to find USA Network. I don't know. If it was DirecTV or cable, sure. Back in the day, yeah, we all watched. We all watched.
DirecTV.
Yeah, 242. We all watched Suits. I used to watch Suits every day on USA Network. Yeah, that's not the case. So, yeah. Welcome to the nightmare. A member for 30 months.
Okay.
Well
nice,
done.
brother.
The Mountain West this morning asking all the schools that left in the Pac-12 themselves, how are your wallets and egos feeling? Not well.
Dude, facts.
Not well. Yeah, I agree. It's a huge win for Gloria and the Mountain West.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've really graduated from the part of the conversation where rando Pac-12 person was coming into our comments just being a red ass about the Pac-12. Like I'm really past that part of it. Like
what do you mean
really,
you're past it?
Well, like I just don't think that part of the conversation really exists anymore. I don't see red ass Pac-12 fan being like, "Oh, we're the best and the Mountain West sucks." And like I think it's really hitting home. It's really like
you're starting to figure it out. The reality is setting in.
Figure it out, dude. Yeah, like, bro, this, like, we're not that guy, pal. We don't have the deal that we all talked a bunch of junk about. We're not in the spot we wanted to be.
Transformative partnership.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. I just have a lot of respect for the fact that the differences between these two couldn't be any clearer.
I would agree.
I feel like we don't get that a lot in today's world. Like the difference in everything from how you do interviews to how you announce deals to the business, the way you treated each other in these negotiations to Gloria Navarez playing chess while Teresa's out here playing checkers with the scheduling agreement. Like, bro, I just, you can't. I'm not even a Mountain West fan. Bro, I don't spend time watching Mountain West content. Let me make that very clear. I don't. The only Mountain West content that I've digested lately was the Mountain West football championship game. I watched a good part of that.
I loosely follow UNLV. I think UNLV is an interesting. I just because I know people there now.
Yeah.
So I follow UNLV.
But my
I would
point
agree.
is that
I'm a Notre Dame. I'm a Notre Dame fan in a North Carolina game. Like I know exactly when Duke, North Carolina play on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Like I'm all in on that. I don't follow. I would agree. I don't follow. Yes, I'm dusting. Did you guys?
Dude, are you proud of me? I have one right here. Right
Do
here.
you
Are
really?
proud of me?
That's my guy.
Yep. I got one right here, dude. Always dusting.
I obsess over it. I obsess over the Swiffer duster on my. I can't have.
Bro has been pissed at me more than once because of the dust level on my desk.
Yeah, I can't do it, and so I'm constant. Every morning, I pretty much walk in here, and while I wait for stupid StreamYards to work correctly, I am dusting something. So yes, Marcus, I am dusting. The fact that you're being such a red ass about, if they do decide to merger, what will happen? I beg the Pac-12 because I know that people in the Pac-12 watch this show. Yeah. I know because they reach out to me and they get all
they've
upset
called
with
you
things
more
I said.
than once to chew your ass about what we've said. There's no question.
And I'm fine with that. I would beg Mountain West and Pac-12 administrators to get together. Settle the lawsuits. The lawsuits, you've got to put these legal fees to bed, especially if you're the Pac-12. And you got to put it to bed.
ASAP.
I would hope that the Pac-12. But at this point, I think you're so far down the road. I don't know how you unwind the watch. And here's my question. The win clearly for the Mountain West is welcoming bigger brands back to the fold.
Right.
But do you really want to be in business with San Diego State? I'm being serious. Do you really want to be in business with J.D. Wicker and Adela Della Torre? After all the bullshit you've dealt with because of them, do you really want to be in business with them? I watch The Good Wife. I know how many times Alicia's left the firm.
The Good Wife.
Love that show. The end of season 6 has been a revelation. Mrs. Monty and I were sitting there talking earlier this week, like, but dude, if this happens or if that happens, please. The end of season 6 is shaping up to be pretty good.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think you can welcome San Diego State back. That's the one thing that I would be curious about. I don't think you can welcome San Diego State back.
No.
I don't see a merger happening. There's just no way. Thomas J. Beckwith, abdominal
Bequeathing.
Lordzilla. Guys.
Hey guys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How come you haven't played Cocknut yet today?
Dude, why have we not? We got to be on the proper energy, bro. It's BDM's birthday. Like we should be working in like 800 eyes today.
Oh, BDM.
Yeah.
It is Big Daddy Magic's birthday. Your future prediction over the next 4 years for the PAC and the potential breakup. Second, Canzano is pretty meek, saying the Mountain West is making $3.5 million a year. They're not making. Okay. You guys, and I mean this wholeheartedly, with all due respect to John Canzano, all the respect that is due.
With all due respect.
When has he ever said anything that's been correct?
All due respect.
Because again, I don't mind sitting here and stroking my muscles and telling you that really was awkward to say. I don't mind sitting here and telling you this is another story that we absolutely crushed.
Yeah.
I told you from the jump, the Pac-12 was having trouble getting distribution on a large scale. I told you in expansion, the Mountain West was winning in expansion. I told you that. I told you that will bear fruit in media rights deals. There is no question the Mountain West media rights deal is significantly better than the Pac-12. If the Mountain West, let's pretend that John Canzano, for once in his life, is right about anything he says about the Mountain West. Let's say it is $3.5 million. That would be a tragically terrifying number if you're a Pac-12 fan. So let me get this right. You're the Pac-12 and you have CBS Sports Network, and the CW. The Mountain West has CBS Sports, the CW, Fox Sports, and Kiswe. And you think you're making more money in that deal. And again, I will just ask, when has the Pac-12 done better business than the Mountain West? At any time over the last 7 to 10 years. When has the Pac-12 been a better business operator than the Mountain West? It's okay. You can say it. At no time, ever, has the Pac-12 been a business operator, better business operator than the Mountain West.
On our
At
channel.
no time.
To this point. On our channel, if you go back, July 28th, 2017. You guys know what day that was? You know why that day matters to you guys so much on this topic? Yeah, that's the day we uploaded the interview with former Commissioner Larry Scott, where he told us that, DirecTV and YouTube TV and all that greatness was going to happen. So just so we're all on the same page and we've got a bunch of clarity here, we've been smashing this story for damn near 9 years now with the Pac-12 and their TV deal. Just want to point that out, just so we can all be on the same page about, hey, like, how long have you been talking about it? How many details have you had? How many breaking news stories? Go digging on our channel. Please spend the time, because we have all the way back to 2017. We've had this covered and we have been weeks and months ahead of the national media. No question about it.
I just will never understand it. I will never understand it. And it's what we continue to do. Scoop, Mountain West people are weird. Could be.
Yeah, I guess I'm weird then.
Teresa does not score, so not sure she is on the list. Whoa. Many saying that Teresa Gould is in the Epstein file. Stop. Merge with the Big Sky Conference. Could be. Muscle milk and shake weights, the Monty Show way. Hey, man, I'll tell you repeatedly, go and get the creatine monohydrate, buckedup.com. I am now, if I knew how to put a lid on a shaker cup every morning, 20 ounces of water, 10 milligrams of 2 scoops of creatine monohydrate, 1 scoop of essential amino acids. Shake it up, drink it, and you will feel better. It will give you a mental lift. And I am telling you, prices at buckedup.com are already great. Use promo code Monty to get 20% off at buckedup.com. The Mandarin amino essential acids are amazing. Yeah, my sippy cup was not cooperative. I do enjoy calling it a sippy cup and a binky, But Jake's definition of a binky is different. This has been a pro Sasquatch podcast for years. I believe it has been.
Yes, I mean, something like that.
Yeah. The Mountain West wasn't desperate for a deal like the PAC was. That was the key difference. I think that's a big difference. Is Wilner and Canzano still out there pimping the Pac-12 while saying all is fine? Yes. Yes, they are. Remember when Canzano was right about something? Yeah, me either. Got a Kool-Aid sponsorship for him. There you go.
Dude, Kool-Aid was my thing as a kid.
Wilner and Canzano were such condescending turds to the Big 12 fans about how the Pac-12 teams will never join that truck stop conference. Yes, they were.
Yes, they were, dude.
Yes, they were. Navarez got a lot with what little she was given. Imagine what she could have done with a combined league.
Yeah.
But again, the arrogance of the Pac-12 would never have allowed her to be to helm that new league, which is a mistake. And I think, and I have said this repeatedly, I think Gloria would have stepped aside if they'd have been like, yes, we'll merge, but I think she would have stepped aside. Gloria tells Teresa, catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, she's got to tell her something, dude. I mean, I do think that college football needs these two to figure this out. Like the G6 needs this to get done quickly.
Because all it does is water it down.
Yeah.
That's all it does. The teams that left the Mountain West were sold a dream of come to the Pac-12, will be a P5 conference, and now they will be left mired in mediocrity. You'll love to see it. I
don't know that I love to see it.
I don't know that I love to see it. TCU James, the Pac-12 has a transformational relationship. They went from P5 to a G6 conference. Well, that's transformational.
What I just said.
The Mountain West Conference shooting money shots out on the Kiss Me app.
Yeah, not Kiss Way. Kiss Me.
Catch me outside. How about that?
The streaming portion of the deal is transformative. It makes Olympic sports an asset, not an obligation to dump into a digital void. I agree with that.
How are you not a member yet, by the way, Hazel Timber? I mean, you've been around long enough. How are you not a member yet, dude? Come on. You can't do transformational interviews with Beaker while dressed in a puffy vest. That dog don't hunt, boy. Yeah, the revelation that she's wearing a vest in that video was quite astonishing. I can't believe I missed that the first time, dude.
The one thing I keep saying to potential partners is, given where we are as a league, I don't want these partnerships to be transactional partnerships. I don't want this to be a media rights partner writing us a check and televising a bunch of games. We need these partnerships to be transformational at this point, and for somebody to really jump in with us and say, we want to help elevate and reimagine the new Pac-12.
How did that work out?
Oh man, dude. Incredible.
Beaker with that hair and that nose line, you can't make that up.
I'm
Yeah.
not making it personal with Buddy. He's paid to do a job. It is what it is.
It is what it is, you know. I just today's theme is scoop. Pimpin' ain't easy. Exactly right.
No, it's not, dude. But someone has to.
What will happen over the next 4 years to the PAC? Start with money owed in it and work it forward. Dude, nothing good. And this is what I've continued to say. And the Pac-12 vocal minority don't want to talk about it. You're in a financial bind. You as a conference are going to struggle. And I told you this months ago that the first 3 years of your existence is going to be a financial grind. And I don't care how much money you got out of your media rights deal, because you're in such a hole. And now your media rights deal is $4 million. That's not great. And there's no topside growth on that media rights deal. That's what really worries you. And even with that, the Pac-12 network essentially dead, it's still a financial anvil around your neck. Like, it's brutal. Like button, you filthy casuals. Yeah. Lopes fan Gabe, good to see you. GCU. I think GCU, and I will continue to say this, I think GCU is a massive win for the Mountain West. It's a massive win. That's a tournament team. They obviously don't have a football property, but their sports are really good. That is a good sports university at Grand Canyon. So I continue to tell you the Mountain West has done very good things in expansion. Pac-12 has not. You're barely a league here.
Yeah.
You know, Teresa Gould looks like a female emperor from Star Wars. Well, let's not get into her looks.
Bro, yeah. What are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
Bro,
let's not be commenting on looks, right? Can you imagine how successful college football would actually be if it wasn't broadly run by a bunch of friggin' morons?
Facts.
Dude.
Couldn't agree more, dude. Couldn't agree more.
Vince Carter's coming back to North Carolina to play basketball.
Wow, dude. That's incredible, bro. Still has a year of eligibility left. Wow.
That just makes me crazy. How did none of us realize she was wearing a vest until the other day? I did.
I don't remember you ever saying that. Ever.
Well, was it a talking point at that point? You know.
I guess not.
Sorry, folks, that's what it is.
It is what it is. You know. I think it's very interesting that you just continue to, the Pac-12 continues to make the same mistake over and over again.
Without
I don't know
fail,
how
dude. Over and over. And what's funny is they expect a different result. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They expect it to go differently for them. So,
yeah.
you know, I don't know how you fix that.
Yeah. Whoa. What did you get filtered? What happened to Mikkel Schwinger? I was going to read your comment, but I wonder what you said. Kay Nuring, good morning. The Jazz will be great next year if they get AJ.
Heavy sigh, dude. Yeah, we're going to talk about that today.
No. Okay. I'm not ready to. I can't. Again, on BDM's birthday, I'm not going to say bad things about AJ Debance as an NBA player. Wichita State is waiting. Okay. Mountain West is paying the PAC by having them produce the CW games. So there you go. The Pac-12 is the new UFL. Nice try, but still just a pipe dream. Okay. Yes, I said if since it came out. Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about. We need official Monty Show branded vests. Well, we've done merch in the past, and you guys got all crazy over shirts.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I did a video on Instagram for BDM wishing him a happy birthday. Oh, that's nice. Good job, James.
Yeah, nice job, bro.
I'm sure he appreciates that. The Pac-12 looks in the mirror and sees the girl that fit into skinny jeans, but she's now 30 years old and obese. Wow. What? Okay. He did a misogynistic post. That's what got him benched. Schwinger, dude. I guess I shouldn't be surprised because Schwinger also Schwinger has said some really questionable things on other social media platforms. I just don't know why we have to be. Why do we have to be? Why do we, if it's a woman, why do we have to comment on her looks? We don't comment on, well, we do comment on Cockneck's look.
Okay.
That's pretty true.
Couple of tips, James. Just looking at this video. Just a couple of tips.
What video? You went and watched? Do you follow him?
No, I don't follow him. He tagged me. So
he
checked
tagged you in
yeah, he
it.
tagged me. When you see that, yeah, I know.
Notice he doesn't tag me in this stuff.
Well, he says he tagged you, but I don't.
I probably blocked him.
So when you do the videos, I would highly recommend doing it vertical, not sideways, because then we can see more. Okay. So, I understand that.
That is so right on brand for a guy that drives a Japo shitbox.
Yeah. I mean, should we at least humor him in fairness? No.
Okay. Okay. And what do you mean humor him?
Well, play the video that he sent.
No. Fuck no. I'm not doing this today. No.
Dude.
So wait, okay, let me get this right. TCU, James, you made a video so we would play it on the show?
Yeah. He's trying to do what BDM does.
You're not beating God. You're
Well,
not BDM.
In fairness to him, he is wearing a shirt in the video, but
Well, that's good. Thank God.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen, guy, you don't need to. I'll do you this favor. Here you go. Forearm strengthen away, my guy. Right? Like that's your girl. And I admit, you and Mendoza's aunt would make a great couple. Like you two together.
Hey, player.
I mean, I could see
Match
you two
made
together.
in heaven, brother.
I could see you two together.
Brother.
I'm not on a show where we're asking people to send us videos. Okay, cool. I'm not going to have you ruin Big Daddy Magic's birthday. I thought you, and I should have known better. I thought you just did something nice to be like a nice guy. Hey, you know what? You tagged Big Daddy Magic on Instagram in a video wishing him a happy birthday. And you constantly are the guy who's like, I saved a small kitten from a garbage truck yesterday, Monty. Right? Okay, cool. Hey, Monty.
Hey, Monty. I got to tell you, I helped an old lady across the street yesterday. Say things about me. I'm a nice guy. Right? Like, I just do things.
Like I thought you were just doing something nice, but I should have known.
I mean, the video is titled "Happy," and it says "Happy Day to BDM." It doesn't say "Happy Birthday" to BDM. It says "Happy Day to BDM." So I just want to point out, bro, that when you make the video, I really appreciate the effort. Genuinely, I do.
I don't.
But you got to at least title it correctly, right? You've got, yeah, like.
Goddamn effort. Once you put some effort into your God and your Jesus or something.
Yeah, you're gonna have trouble getting your video on the screen if there's any type of grammatical issues or misspellings, because Monty's kind of a hard ass about that stuff.
Wait, so is there a grammatical error in misspelling?
Yes, it says happy day to BDM. It doesn't say happy birthday. It just says happy day to BDM. See, but here's the deal, dude. It edited me. I typed B-Day and it edited it. Well, you got to just double check that, right?
You got to check that.
Yeah, you just got to double check that. So, look.
Oh, God. Now
what?
BDM has sent videos of himself in bed.
Dick Hammer. Hey, player. I am so happy and so grateful. You wouldn't believe when I betted that you'd get me a present. If I would have lost, I probably would have been homeless. and I'm never doing it again. Swear to God. Thank you from the bottom of my gorgeous, beautiful, pure heart. Thank you for everybody. And you just wait till you get your birthday present. And Monday,
I don't think that anybody wants.
I will comment. I let people pick my
Bro,
new
is the
name.
show loud enough in the
Because when I saw
background?
Victor said he would call no man Big Daddy, and that's the truth.
And that's the truth.
Victor's the way. No, I'm not. I'm happy as can be. Oh, in Seattle. I'm happy. I betted everything that you get me a gift.
T-shirt, where's my free BMW? Exactly right.
I betted everything.
So, real interesting on the BMW, and then we'll get to the Pac-12 meltdown.
I betted everything that you get me a gift, and I'm never doing it again. I'm a one and done. I won.
Value for my car.
Just wait till what I get you for your birthday and your Christmas present.
No, please don't.
Ooh, it's been a good little Timmy today. Good little Timmy. Mrs. Monty, make him some lasagna and take him to Paradise City at night.
I can't. I don't even
That's
know what
funny as hell, dude.
what do we. I don't. You know. I don't.
I betted everything, dude.
Marcus wants to know when do we go full Savannah Guthrie on Monty's disappearance at the hands of BDM? Oh my God. Did you just drop a Savannah Guthrie bomb, bro? Too soon.
I knew today would be shitty.
What did I do to put myself in this position where Big Daddy Magic is? I don't want you to buy me gifts. You know, I mean, you know, wow. I betted everything. Yes, Dick Hammer, he did.
Yeah.
You know, is James a performative nice guy? He is.
He's a nice guy, dude. He is. Here's the difference, dude.
He is a nice
James's
guy.
brand is to be a punching bag on the show. That's his brand. BDM's brand is to send shirtless videos of himself, you know, rambling on incoherently, and it's funny a lot of times, you know.
What do I don't even know how to give him this gift. Right? Like, I don't even know how to give him this gift.
47 straight. That's kind of an interesting name.
Let's go. 47 straight. You know, get BDM the Rosetta Stone package for the English language.
Yeah, his package.
Birthday presents can be bad. Yeah, let's not get carried away with I don't need. My birthday is 2 weeks from tomorrow. I don't need birthday gifts. You know, I don't listen. Just send it to Victor. Victor is the way. Okay, I'll send your birthday gift to Victor Wambenyama. What do we have? $50 now for a birthday gift?
Victor's the way.
You know.
Yeah.
And BDM, maybe we just need to figure out like what BDM wants, you know.
Yeah.
And let's see, you know.
There's just no way he answers. I mean,
hope
at least he was up today. He has shown us he was up today.
BDM, the Rosetta Stone package for the
he
English
answered.
language.
Yeah, his package.
Oh!
Birthday presents can be bad. Yeah, let's not.
Hello?
Hello? Are you going to turn your to put a shirt on? Don't be naked.
I have jammies on.
He has jammies on. Okay. Are you going to turn your camera on so people can see?
Yeah, how do I do it?
I don't know how you do it. That's one of the world's unknown questions. How does Big Daddy Magic do it?
Bye. I'll see you. Wait, I have to say bye to Mamacita. Bye, Mamacita.
Bye, Mamacita. You just got your birthday gift then. Okay. You know.
Well,
I
just got
don't know
his
how to turn on
birthday
the.
gift.
Hey, there he is. There he is.
Timmy, thank you. I wanted to bet. I betted everybody. I'm going to WrestleMania because of you.
Wait, so you're going to see your favorite
I
guy?
betted my life savings that you would give me a present. I had $38,026 in the bank, and I would have risked it all.
Okay. So you're
Thank
gonna
you,
you're gonna
thank
go
you.
see John Cena at WrestleMania.
You know, I almost got murdered because of John Cena.
Times are rough out there.
I went to his retirement show, and I had to be walked out with people because people wanted to hurt me.
Okay. Well, listen, you do you, okay? So I'm just gonna send you a $50 Taco Bell gift card. How about that?
No Taco Bell, please. I'm there so much they give me a discount, so I'm basically eating free.
Canes.
What?
Canes? What about Canes? We could do Canes.
I don't want anything to eat. I want something to wear.
Wow, now we're getting demanding.
No, I'm going to a movie premiere. I didn't say Monty bought me this.
Okay. So I can get you a John Cena shirt then.
Yes, you didn't get me a John Cena shirt.
Yeah,
You got me out of a jam. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. And I'm never betting anything again. I'm never asking for anything again. I got saved on the 11th hour.
Mike Smith says we should give you dude wipes. Should we just give you dude wipes? What do you think? No dude wipes. Okay. So I don't even know your address, so I'm just going to send it to Victor Wembanyama's house. And then
I changed my name because I said, Victor, can you say hi to Big Daddy Magic? And he said he calls nobody Big Daddy. So I'm going to have a new name on Monday.
okay. Well,
So I can't be Big Daddy anymore.
well, at least you're going to get AJ DeBanza at BYU for another year, right?
Fuck no, I better not. He better come to the Jazz.
Not going to happen, dude. He's got to stay in college.
No.
Yeah.
You said you promised you wouldn't say anything bad on the beloved Big Daddy Magic birthday about
Well,
AJ.
why is that bad?
I don't want him at BYU.
Why, you love BYU now. Remember, you're a huge BYU fan.
For about 4 more months.
Okay. All right. What do you want for your birthday?
Something to wear. And thank you for getting me out of this jam, Timothy.
Who
you're
did
so
you bet? What jam? What do you mean?
I betted everybody that you'd get me a present. I betted my rent, money. I betted everything. I'm going to WrestleMania. Somebody has to buy me dinner. Everybody said he wouldn't do it. I said, he's a nice guy. He might look like Herman Goering, but he's a really, really nice guy. Next time you and Mrs.
Herman-
Monty,
What about a puffy
I'm
vest?
taking you out to eat anything you want on the dollar.
You said I look like a Nazi war criminal?
No.
Well, who the fuck is Herman Goering, dude?
You like Russell Crowe, and I hate that guy. He's on my list of people I don't like.
Bro.
Wait a minute. You just called me a Nazi war criminal.
No, I didn't.
Who the fuck do you think Herman Goering is?
No, because Russell Crowe was Herman Goering.
Nazis.
And you like Russell Crowe.
I do like Russell Crowe. Gladiator is one of the best movies of all time.
If you say so.
Okay. All
Not
right.
helping yourself here, bro.
Thank you for getting me out of a jam. And everybody. And James, thank you. I'll get you a present on May 12th.
I don't want a present.
No, James. Oh, you're getting the present. You're going to love this. Your smoke show wife couldn't even get you this present.
Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to call and say happy birthday. And
Hey, thank you. And I'm never doing this again.
yeah.
You don't owe me a thing. This is the third best day I've ever had on the Monty Show.
Oh, a third best day. Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. Well, you want to message me your address so I can send you the gift?
Yeah.
And by the way, I would Lopes fan Gabe wants to know what the pregnancy situation is with Mamacita.
She wasn't pregnant. She dared me to say it, and I did. Oh, and can I do a shout out to 2 lovely girls?
No, you can't.
No, gorgeous,
No.
Monty.
I'm nobody's bitch. No, you're not. No.
Listen to me. These 2 girls are-
Oh wait,
if I
bad connection. bad connection. Oh,
The lie detector test
went out.
determined that was a lie.
Oh man! Wow, bad connection, Monty.
Damn! Here at the Nuremberg trials, I thought we had better internet connection.
Yeah. So, Monty, how are the Nuremberg trials to you? I mean, did you have a good interview,
He
or how
literally
was
just
it?
called me a Nazi war criminal. Hermann Goering. What?
Just saying.
It's not funny, Mike. Well, it is kind of funny. You know, Dick Hammer, IBE Daddy. Oh, okay. Okay. BDM is going to send Monty a plaster cast. Don't. Listen.
Bro.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
The guy never ceases to amaze. And when you call him, he's excited to be on the show. Remember, we've called Oak State James. No, I don't want to be on the show. No.
No, I'm charting. I can't do this today.
No. You know, Monty getting his kill pill ready, dude. Seriously. God, where do you come up with this stuff? Hermann Goering. You couldn't pull somebody other than Hermann Goering? That's outrageous.
Yeah.
That's outrageous. All right. So it turns out, yes, the mama seed to pregnancy thing was a scam.
What?
So, you know, you give what you get. BDM can't change his name. It's a staple. He's always going to be Big Daddy Magic on
The
the
lie
show.
detector test determined that was a lie.
You know, original Sammy Sam says hello. Hello. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, good to see Big Daddy Magic. I appreciate BDM. I appreciate everything he does. No, I'm not putting BDM on weekly. That's not happening.
Well, look, I mean, other people are saying that you know, Mikkel is saying you guys need a call-in show once in a while, pure comedy. You know.
No. I have no desire to take the comment section alone. What we get out of the comment section on this show is pure gold.
Yeah.
It's pure gold.
Yeah.
And as much as I like my guy, Big Daddy Magic, nobody is going to beat his call-ins here. You know it, and I know it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's facts. It's facts.
I'm stuck on the Hermann Goering thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be stuck on someone calling me a Nazi too. I mean, that's probably not a great look.
On top of that, he called me fat.
Yeah, I mean, he essentially said you couldn't be Maximus because you were too fat. That's what he said without saying it.
It's not very nice.
Yeah, you know.
It's not very nice at all. You know.
Yeah.
It is. You know what, bro?
Bruh.
The guy is what the guy is. And I'm not hating on Big Daddy Magic. It's his birthday. I think he says magic. Big Daddy Magic. I'm not hating on the guy. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. Herman did lose a ton of weight while waiting on trial. He called me fat and it hurts.
Yeah.
Whoa. If Stadium Guy James could call in, it would take up to 100 minutes. He won't, though. He's too scared. You know, don't do a call-in show. You'll regret it. I'll regret it for sure. How jealous is Oak State James that you don't call him? We tried and he refused to take our call. You know, no sports talk wants to have conversations anymore. No, we don't.
Nope.
You know,
not a sports talk show, just a BDM show. That's it.
That's it. If I called in, I would ask Monty what I should order at Mr. Chow's. Well, how do I know what you should order at Mr. Chow's? You know, yeah. We can't have a call-in show. James will have the lines taken up with his burner phones. True. Jake said, I love you, James, on the phone. That was the last call. I think it was.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it was.
The Monty Show is the best because of Monty. Well, thank you.
Morty.
You know, I know I'm fat and everything.
And Mormon and dying, but, you know.
It's fine. All right. Let's come back on the Monty Show presented by the Advocates at theadvocates.com. But like, where does he come up with so you've seen the movie?
Who knows? Who the hell
We'll
knows?
come back. Let's talk about the Pro Bowl how bad was the Pro Bowl last night after this from the Advocates?
When you've been injured in an accident, one thing leads to another. Your injury leads to treatment. Treatment leads to hospital bills. Bills lead to debt. Debt leads to stress. The advocates can help relieve that stress. Having an advocate attorney on your side leads to faster resolutions, fair outcomes, and a peaceful recovery for you. You deserve an advocate.
You also deserve clear, risk-free advice 24/7, 365 from the advocates at theadvocates.com, where you never pay a penny out of pocket. Never. You've been in a car accident. I'm telling you, with all the crazy weather we've had on the roads, please slow down. And I know now we're getting warming and cold and freezing and warming, and slow down. Take your time. The advocates remind you to take those distractions out of the way, put down your cell phones, concentrate on the road, and if the worst happens, get the best at theadvocates.com. They're ready to serve you. You never pay out of pocket. There's no consultation fees, no retainers. You have nothing to lose by going to theadvocates.com. And if it's a car accident, if it's a slip and fall, if you got in an accident in an Uber, that's been coming out of the woodwork recently. These rideshare drivers causing accidents. The advocates are ready to fight for you. They can help you with those rideshare accidents, those tractor trailer accidents at theadvocates.com, where you get clear, risk-free advice. Brandon Butler, NBA trades. The Bulls actually are making smart decisions. I had to check for an asteroid on the way to Earth. Yes, this is true. This is true. We'll get into NBA trades coming up in 30 minutes, but I do want to get to this Pro Bowl thing. And I've tried. I really have tried, right? But we've got the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday. I'm actually getting more excited. Are you at all excited for the bowl that is Super Jig?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I do. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be. Everyone's got the Seahawks in this game, and I think that's a mistake. I think it's a much closer game than people think. I think that the Seahawks defensively are not a defense that likes to load the box. They like to play shell coverage, keep everything in front of them.
Load the box.
They like to, dare you to throw it 3-4 yards down the field, tackle you, and then let's line it up again. That's the kind of defense they like to play, which again has worked really well for them. I'm not saying that, I'm not criticizing them for that, but my point is that the Patriots are a team that is gritty and tough and willing to fight that fight with you. They're willing to say, okay, cool, we'll take the check down, but we're counting on our guy to win that matchup. And that to me is why this game will be closer. I think the Patriots will get more first downs than the Seahawks are probably expecting, and that will keep this game much closer than I think the boys in Vegas are, alluding to.